screen and your comments. So I just get to talk today. Just get to talk and very little feedback. That's okay. It happens sometimes. I'm used to it. Sunny day here. Very sunny day. Be interesting. I see that we had Tropical Storm Bertha, so it'll be interesting to see if anything comes inland, because sometimes it's heading southwest. So if it turns north at all, I'll get some remnants of it. I don't know. We'll see. Jesus, guy was close to the center line, but yeah. So not a bad deal. Coyote was hit and killed right there. Dead coyote. Let's see what else. I'll be talking about the haters again. Obviously today. Hey, Hellhound, good to see you. Obviously today, I don't have things to show you because I'm driving. But we were laughing last night. Did you notice that ever since Kathy outed John Grimm's as posting on Robert Rogers' account, Robert Rogers has not been talking. Very interesting to me. Yeah, very interesting to me. So I find that funny. Hey, I see baby girl. How are you? And then Allison is very upset at people using her name. It's like, Allison, like, it's not me doing it, but you kind of caused this. I understand you're upset and you're saying that, oh, this is harassment. It's not harassment. It's not harassment. Yeah, she's saying that, oh, people are posting my name, my government name. That's not illegal. You put your government name out there. Not illegal. If you were saying, like, what she's referencing is people like, you know, Mr. Beast, Amaranth, like people who, you know, stream under a moniker. You know, like I go as the skipper of Veteranation, but I put my name out there. So it's not a big deal. My name is out there and I did it. So if someone calls me by my government name, it's not harassment. It's not harassment at all. It's not doxing. I talk about living in 29 Palms, California. So if someone says Mike Arthur in California, that's not doxing. Now, when they post like where they think I live, and people have posted where I do not live, thinking I live there, that is doxing. It is harassment because I've never put my address out there. And whether or not they get the right address or the wrong address, they're trying to post things that I've never posted and saying, well, it's public record. True, it is public record, but when you're trying to tie it to me, that's, you know, like tie it to me where I've never tied it to me, that's where it becomes harassment. Like there's an organization that I don't talk about that I am a member of. And there are a couple people who, in their attempts to harass me, have sent emails to that organization. Okay, dude, what are you doing? There's no school in session. You don't have to go 25. Like, there's a school here, and the guy's going 25, but there's no school. Like, there's no school right now. You don't have to, like, in a month and a half, well, actually a month, school will be back in session. You got to go 25. So, yeah, some of these people have emailed that organization trying to get me in some type of trouble, I guess, or try to get them to remove me. And the thing is, all the people there are like, this has nothing to do with us. And even what they claim, like, it's not like what they claim isn't what happened. So, you know, they actually went to their attorney and they showed the emails. And the attorney was like, ignore this completely. Do not get involved. And what's funny is, from what I've been told, they have warned that individual, if you bring anything else to us that requires us to look into it, we are going to go after you for attorney's fees. And the thing about that organization, they 100% will. 100%, because they have the means. But see, that is harassment. When you start sending emails to people who are not involved in what I do, like, or even lightly involved, like, guess who's been on the show? Like, that is considered harassment. It is. And I've got it documented, and I'm going to keep documenting it. Which, you know, hey, if you're dumb enough to keep doing that, I would stop if I were you. Those individuals, I would stop. But some of these people, they have mental illness. They won't stop. They won't stop because their mind won't let them. So it's like, okay. But that's, you know, and all these people are What the Hell supporters. Every single one of them. And that's why I am no longer a What the Hell supporter. I support Jeremy. I support Jeremy and what he's doing. For the most part, I get along with it. You know, I agree with a lot of stuff that Jeremy says. There's a couple things I'm like, he's been wrong about some things, but I don't need to make that stuff public. I'm not out here trying to start fights. But you know, I am not a part of these supporters, because there are people like DJ Radis posting people's phone numbers, acting like he can't be held accountable. He can. He's eventually, and he keeps posting about me. And, you know, we'll give it some time, because I know him. I've known him for a couple of years. He has crossed the line, but he's going to cross the line with somebody with means. Somebody with means. And all these people in Australia are stupid, because Australia's defamation laws are really easier to sue than America's. Now, am I going to sue in Australia? With the stuff that's been posted so far? No. But the bolder these people get, eventually, it might be worth my while. It might be worth my while. Because here's the thing. I followed the Carl Jobst and what's the Billy... what's his name? The guy from King of Kong, Billy. I keep wanting to say Billy Wagner, but it's not Billy Wagner. But it's a very name like that. The dude's got a mullet. I love him. He's hilarious. But yeah, he does. What's it? I remember he sells hot sauce, but I'll think of his name. But yeah, they had a lawsuit in Florida. Well, there's a current lawsuit in Florida. I think it's still active, but Carl Jobst didn't have an attorney, and what it looked like was he couldn't afford one. But Billy was able to sue in Australia, and won, I think, 100,000 Australian dollars, over 100,000 for defamation, because defamation in Australia is way easier than U.S. defamation, way easier to sue. So, I mean, those people want to have Belgium has easy defamation laws, right? That's I know the defamation laws. Literally, my degree is in journalism. Had a whole class, journalism and the law. And we talked about those same concepts outside of that class. But, you know, in that class, oh, hold on. Good morning. Thank you. Take care. Yeah, inside that class, we talked a lot about defamation and what you could and could not do as a journalist. I'm driving on to base. Last night I was on base. I went to see Masters of the Universe. I thought the marketing of that movie was complete shit, but I liked the movie. Overall, I thought it was a fun movie. On base, I don't pay a lot, so I was fine with that. I'm glad I didn't pay top dollar. You know, the problem with that movie is the budget was too much. Had they had a just a decent budget, they would have made money. I still think they'll probably do a sequel because it was well received by both audiences and critics. The problem was the marketing. Like, I think, well, I can tell you for me, the he/him joke didn't land. Even in the movie, I didn't think it landed that well. And that turned me off, and I can imagine it turned other people off. There were other things, like, I get they were trying to be tongue in cheek with it. I just didn't like. The section of the first part of the movie takes place on Earth. It's not a big spoiler. It takes place on Earth, and he works in HR. So they're trying to do a lot of these HR jokes, and they don't land. But for me, as a kid who grew up as a He-Man fan, I liked that they didn't run away from the lore. You know, they were like, no, this is the story of Prince Adam, and He-Man, and it was just like the cartoon I watched growing up, and I was perfectly fine with that. I thought, I was like, this is great. But I don't like, and they used to do this all the time with comic book movies, TV show movies, video game movies, where these studios, they would take the intellectual property and make all these changes to it because they were like, well, we don't feel it works on the screen, or we have to make it our own. It's like, no, you don't. Just show us what people love. Oh, thank you. Yeah, people were talking about they were talking about my glasses, not these ones, but they were talking about my glasses that I got from the VA, calling them BCGs. They were not BCGs. BCGs are really thick and they're brown. And I know people are like, they're black now. No, they are not. I think it was Lori posted a picture of her nephew or somebody in glasses at boot camp. Those were not BCGs. They were not. Like, BCGs are thick. They're thick and they're rugged. I still have my boot camp BCGs. They're in my storage locker. Maybe if I go over there this weekend, I'll pick them up and show them. But they are nothing like my glasses. Those are just my regular glasses. They're free from the VA. I use them. I use them primarily at work. Like, they're not reading glasses, but I'm on my computer a lot, and if there's a day where I'm on there quite a bit, my eyes get very tired, so I'll put my glasses on. I also keep them in my car for night driving a lot of time. But yeah, BCG are black. No, they are brown. I came in 2002. They are brown. Now, are they allowing recruits to get other types of glasses now? That might have changed, but those other glasses, that doesn't mean the other glasses are BCGs. Like, everyone calls BCGs birth control goggles. Do you know they are BCG? The acronym stands for basic. It's not basic combat glasses. Basic, I forget what the C is. But it just means standard issue glasses. Standard issue. And everyone gets them. Does my mouth ever get tired from talking? On a day where I'm doing this and I can't really read, no. Because I can't, I'm driving. I can't really pay attention to you guys. So I got to be entertaining, so I have to talk. So, sorry, TC. Bunch of Marines walking over there. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else is happening. AOC is leading the Democrat primary in New Hampshire. Please nominate her. Her and Pete Buttigieg are the top two. Like, if you nominate either one of those Republicans, like J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio, whichever one chooses to run, they're going to walk into that. They're going to walk right into that. Like, I don't even question it. Because, like, you're not going to convince me that the people of Georgia, the people of Ohio, people of Pennsylvania are going to vote for Pete Buttigieg, going to vote for AOC. I don't think AOC will run. I think she knows she's not intelligent enough to run. At least not yet. Maybe if she gets some experience, like in 10 years, maybe she'll have been around the block enough, but she's still, like, she opens her mouth. She was talking about, she said she's against the filibuster. You're the minority party. You should love the filibuster. What are you talking about? And then she was saying that the Senate rules were rooted in Jim Crow. What? What are you talking about? Like, that makes 0 sense. 0 sense. So, yeah, maybe if she goes around the block a little bit, she could eventually be it. Buttigieg, sorry, you were the mayor of South Bend. Sorry. And being the transportation secretary, that's not enough experience. But I would never, if that were a Republican and that was their resume, I would be like, no, you got to win. You got to show that you can win a state race or lead a high profile cabinet position. If you were the Secretary of State, the Secretary of War, maybe, but Transportation Department, no. If you were the Attorney General, okay. In charge of the FBI, okay. Those are big, high-profile jobs that show that you can do things in the government. Transportation Secretary, no. And I don't even think he was that good of a Transportation Secretary. All right, guys. I am here at my office, so I am going to let you go. Thank you all for being here, and as always, thank you